everybody, Yarn Fairy here with another Floss Tube. I have a squeaky chair. Definitely time for a new one. I have a new one coming. It should be here next week. Really looking forward to it. It's a very kind of old-fashioned chair to me. Sorry, it's still going on. A 1980s looking vibe. It's even got that Wedgwood color to it. But it was the only one that was the exact right height for the arms to fit underneath of my chairs. You guys don't know about this. It's been forever since I recorded anything because I've been recovering. 2021 has been, wow. Do you even know? I can't remember if I told you guys. I almost died twice at the end of last year, beginning of this year. And so now I'm rigged up and trying to get my lung power back. And that would be nice. I was diagnosed with long haul and small airway disease and chronic pulmonary failure, which the doctor insisted was going to go away with long haul. The only thing I've got left from long haul is a little bit of ENT stuff, the sight, or the smell, the sight, and taste. Yeah, anyway, I don't want to talk about all that. I have gotten 2 rooms. I may have lost my people, which I shouldn't say it that way. My mom needed care, and so she went back east. And so I got my sewing room back. And then my daughter left. She got married. Great wedding. Beautiful. She's so gorgeous. And the photos just came out so well. I'm so happy for her. She's up in Washington. She's got her trees and her rain. And once she learns how to dress for that weather, she'll be fine. Meantime, I have taken over. So y'all know that I do a lot more than cross stitch. Here is my paper. I love cut and paste. I have loved it since I was a child. And my messy workstation. I hope you can see it. Yes, you can, but it's all organized. It's so nice. Over here I've got a little Surface Pro my friend blessed me with, and I've been listening to Martin Lloyd-Jones again. Over here we have our fiber stuff, because eventually this is going to be the sheep quilt. Do you remember that felted sheep? And there's my dog. Oh, sorry, that was a little too fast. Over there, I'm painting a mural. Well, I say painting, but the only thing I've got done is a sun right up there. Okay. A project. This is the Jules come out with these weird names and I can never remember them. Long dog samplers, I just love them. This is the pointed fourth, I don't know. But I'm using this and I just love it. This is Electric Peacock. At least I think that's its name. And it's on the website. And this is all I've gotten done so far because I kind of work on it whenever I'm out in the front room. We're distributors for Rainbow Gallery. They have the best, most amazing set of tools. This one's obviously a needle threader, and this other side is called a tail catcher. And it's for when your thread gets too short, you can go in and grab it, and I just kind of weave it and then grab the tail and pull. Hoping not to catch everything else. So, I'm happy. I may not be healthy, but I'm happy. I've been losing weight. I gained a lot of weight from this. I think being in the hospital without food for the GI bleed made me remember when I was poor and single and didn't have any money to feed my son, and I don't know, it did something to my head, and then I had to eat everything inside. Plus I was stuffing my feelings because my daughter was leaving, my business partner, best friend, and my daughter all in one swoop. Oh, with being sick, I'm not going up there. They are coming down for Thanksgiving. I'm very pleased about that. Can't wait. So, that's where I've been. As I get, I start feeling like I'm not going to have enough energy. I'm not going to be upbeat enough. I need to keep those thoughts aside and just go for it because I really have so much to share. I'm so bad. I'm like all over the place too, so reel me in. So in the sewing room, oh, look, this is what I made today. Isn't it gorgeous? I needed a bulletin board because this room has two of them. One for my ongoing stuff and the other for our ongoing stuff. So this is just a little 4 pieces of felt, an Amazon box, because everybody's got that. The block I found in my orphans. And then I can't sew another thing because I had taken the shank, the thing that holds the feet, I had taken that off and I had taken the foot off. And I went back to find them and they were gone. My cat, I heard her rustling around behind the boxes and I thought, oh, how cute, she's making herself to home with me. She was eating my stuff. She's something else. So then I'm joined a round robin and I'm also hosting one. And this is my center. It's actually a tree and those are supposed to be limbs. And these little notes are to remind me where I'm putting which bird. We have all these birds that have become kind of integral, I don't know, part of our family. All through the years, those are the leaves that go on the twigs, and then I haven't started the birds yet. I find that all I have to do is print off a line drawn item from the internet several times, and then chop it all up, and that's why you do several times, because you're going to need a piece for everything. And then you draw it on the back of fusible web, cut it out, iron it on, cut it out, and then you're good to go. You've got whatever it is that you want, and then you put it in those fabrics to make like the different layers, and you end up with applique. It's amazing. Real quick, we have a new, I wonder if I have the sample. I made a sample of this thread because I wanted to see how, yep, sure enough, ta-da! I'm a little organized this time. I just kept pulling from all over the house. Studio, sewing room, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so this is a new, to us, 4-ply cotton. And at the bottom, this is a 14-count Aida. At the bottom, I used all 4. In the middle, I used 2. And in the top, I used 1. I love this stuff. It has shine, which blows my mind. Here's just a couple of colors that I made up. I just love them. They're so, actually, this looks really familiar. I was going to say it's electric peacock, but it's not because it's been overdyed in black. I'm not sure what it is. So this is our Italian silk, and I had need of the Italian silk to be white because I made a color. Anyway, look at that. I actually was able to bleach it without using bleach because bleach deteriorates the silk. But yeah, learned a lot about that. That was funny. I put it in the pot with all the stuff and the stuff started to react to each other. I put my hands in there to mix up some of it because it was still clumping. I was like, hot! Throwing the gloves off and submerging myself in liquid. Cold water, not just hot water. Oh yeah, so there's a tiny bit of soap in this thing. It's Dyer's detergent, and it's bubbling, and it's bubbling, and all of a sudden it's like at the top of the pot. I'm talking, I use vats. So yeah, I got up to the top and I kept scooping buckets full of foam out of this thing. The liquid and the yarn was down here, and the bubbles were just insane. It was awesome. So, I have 2 orphans. These are Silk 8, and they are $29 each. I couldn't think to save my life. Oh, by the way, yarnfairy1@gmail.com. And something else I'm supposed to say, but I forgot. Anyway, if you need an invoice or anything that you see here, just let me know. These were dyed at 2 separate times, and they could be like twins. They're a little bit different, but the colors were the same because I was trying to get this one effect. and I'm dyeing it for the third time next week, and I hope that I get it. If not, I'm sending the lady's money back because I can't do it. You can't do it, you can't do it. Years ago, I knew somebody who told me she was a graphic artist. I had no idea what she was. I didn't know. I knew that she built websites. Sorry about my voice, you guys. It goes in and out, and sometimes it's out. Anyway, one night late, I found several graphic artists that I enjoyed enough to purchase their items, and I had so much fun making stuff up for my friend. I made a big, huge box of like an interactive show and tell thing, and she has to find, it's a 4-page letter. She has to find the bag that the thing is in, and then she has to find the thing inside the bag before she can open it. It was so much fun to put together. It's kind of like a scavenger hunt in a box. I have a lot of trouble with my stuff. Of course, this one's not even been started, so this is Tropical Punch, by the way. It's all the different silks and stuff that you need to play with to make the pattern. And the leaf from the quilt. Anyway, we distribute all kinds of stuff. And I was interested in finding these because all you do is you bend it and you pop it into the skein of, say, DMC. And it's got a little area here where you can write down the name or put, actually, wait a minute. It's for the tag. You guys probably know all about this. But I was thrilled when I found them. I'm forever looking for something new to do with corralling my mess. I wish I had the other box here. It's a mess. And as you can see, even though you can't see, yeah, that's all the yarn I have for it, and it's a wreck. I've been a knitwear designer for 15 years, I think. So I recently bought PC Stitch. I have a lot of these designs that we used for knitting, and our people now don't want to do so much color work, but it's like fabric. The stuff that I made is like overall. Anyway, my daughter thinks that it would translate well into cross stitch. Personally, I love the mandalas, the ones that have, their seasons or just change, fruits or whatever from one quarter to another. And I love actual mandalas in circles that have the little dots, and they grow with the petals, and then they grow with squiggles or whatever. So much fun. So I'm probably going to start there. The be-all end-all that I want to get to is Fairy Haven or Heaven or something like that. It's nowhere but here. Little like vases or pots of flowers in a garden, and inside that, so you can see like the people's place, and then you've got the fae, and they're in mushrooms and a piece of stained glass, and these are their houses, and along with the houses come their tiny gardens, and the pixies and the dragonflies are big compared to the fairies. And yeah, I have this thing and I need to put it out, but no way do I want that to be like the first ever cross stitch design. That would be insane, because that's my magnum opus. It's my end, it's not my beginning. So hopefully soon I'll have a beginning for you. I bought the stuff forever ago. I'm fine until I try to do something. You know how that works? So recently, told you we're distributors for just about everything. Anything you want, we can get. And recently I found Bothy threads. I absolutely love these kits. This is a Moira Blackburn, and it's like, peaceful is my garden, contentment is my lot. And the dog and the cat, and the swan and the squirrel, and it's just such a fun kit. And I'm not usually into stuff that's sampler-esque like this, but I fell in love. Anyway, anything I talk about, I can get for you or sell you these. This one is because we were always Peter Pan and my avatar was always Neverland for like forever. And I'm Wendy Lady. This is my eagle. And when I've been talking about him, I've been saying the eagle has landed. He's not only landed, but he's been started. Oops, no patterns. I love this guy. Look at him. He's so intricate. This is all Bothy threads, by the way, which come with the olive thread and the needle thingy to sort your threads and everything you need to make the kit. Anyway, I just love this guy. Okay, here's why. Stay. He's got like, okay, sunflowers. I'm not sure. This looks like a field of flowers. I mean, this guy is so cool. He's just so cool. I absolutely adore him because he's got these eyes that look like they can see you. And they're, you know, real. And then all of this other stuff that's just sort of patchwork, which I love quilting. So there you go. Kim Anderson, Love Heart. And it actually says Loving It. I didn't see that before. Cute. I was thinking that would be good. And these are my favorite chatelaine. Isn't that gorgeous? I love the butterfly. And this is what I meant by mandala. This is what I'm going to go towards. She's like amazing, but it's where I'm headed with the differences. See, in the center, there's the different sections. And here's peacock, sparkly peacock. This one, the peacocks themselves, the colors change. Love these things. When you order from us, you're either going to get one of a few different things. I bought cards for thread. So this is DMC, it holds 20, it's just cardstock. I bought the cutest little baskets. Aren't these adorable? They hold an entire full hank of the silk. I just thought they were so cute. And then I recently found these wooden ones. Aren't they beautiful? I just love these things. Then I went a little crazy and bought like a massive amount of scissors. They're not going to be here until like December, I think. But I was doing those for Lizzie. And you guys don't know what Lizzie is. And I don't have any of Lizzie here. Lizzie is a Fabi Riley design. Which I don't even have my Fabi Riley yet. Okay, let's go to the board. So here's... Oh, you're too far away from the board. I can fix that. The board moves. Here's a Fabi Riley design. I don't know if you remember, but last year I was doing Zoe, who is under here somewhere because she never got finished. My eagle has landed. And here's Tropical Punch. If you don't know what that is, that's just gorgeous. We still have a kit left. Here's Lizzie. So I bought the, I'm kitting this one, but there's also a wedding announcement and a bicornu, which I've never made and I thought would be fun and interesting. So this is in the other room. I'm working on the last clue. It's a stitch along, a mystery stitch along, in that you get a different clue every 2 weeks. Next week and the week after that are the sewing instructions, and we're done. I'm excited because I really need to finish it. I didn't finish Zoe, and Zoe is gorgeous. Zoe is a box. Something practical. I love that she makes practical. That's cute. Oh, I forgot about this one, you guys. I don't think I ever kitted it. Fairies by Chanteline. Okay. And there somebody went. They don't want to be here anymore. So, my problem, there it is. That's the one in the floor frame. This is the one that she just came out with. My problem is Long Dog. It's Jules. If she would stop designing, I'd be just fine. I full well intended to do Tropical Punch and my Fabby Riley, and instead I'm off to the races with this new one. It's called When the Stars Reply. So I had dyed this gorgeous hank of silk, and I wish I had it for you. It's not here. It's something like this, only it's brighter and deeper and more beautiful. It's just amazing. So I dyed that on silk, and it's for yarn. It's for knitting. So it's really fat. And it was on a 50-50 silk merino blend. Came out amazing. The next day, I saw that, and I was like, I have to do it, and I have to try to make this on cotton. And I knew it wasn't going to work, because the reason why that yarn speaks to me is because it's shiny and it's silk, and silk really just keeps asking for more. I beat it, dye it, beat it some more, and it just keeps asking for more punishment. It's terrible. Who am I to say? So I dyed it, and I hated it. I absolutely hated it. It was kind of a medium color, and it was washed out looking, and I just thought, this isn't right. And so all the people that had ordered it, I told them, and I said, what do you want me to do? I could do A, B, or C. And then I sat there and I thought, you know what? You know exactly what to do. And so I took to it last night and threw color at it that just was deep, dark, saturated, like space, and the cosmos, and Aurora Borealis, but not because it's just the darkness of the sky. It's gorgeous if it did what I think it did, and it's still doing, because I give them 24 hours to make their magic. Then I attack them. So that's this one. Oh, and this is what it goes with, because I knew that if I tried to change this to the blue, which would be amazing, let me tell you, if this was the blue, this is 100% silk, this would take that color and go crazy with it. I knew if I tried to do that, though, losing it, that I would probably look at the pattern, and all of a sudden I'd be filling in the background instead of making the stitches. And by the way, the reason why I did the pointed fifth, quinto a quinto, is because there's 100 critters inside of it. I had to have it. Ever since Jules did Anzac and she ended up with those gun-toting rabbits, I just loved them. And so yeah, there's over 100. You can sit there and count them, and it's gorgeous. Love that thing. So I did a trellis dye job on it. I feel like I've told you guys this. That's another thing that left. My short-term memory is just shot. It's gone. So I have a huge box of fabric here. Y'all need it. Stuff that I've dyed for somebody or something, and then they didn't want it for one reason or another, and now I have it, and you want it. I know you do, because it's amazing. This was a special dye job. Look at this. It's got all the pixie dust all over it, and it sort of goes from a gold to a gray to a I don't know, teal. Gorgeous stuff. Like I said, yarnfairy1@gmail.com, or friend me on Facebook, and that's actually the easiest way to get a hold of me. I don't know what all I got in here. Sticky tins. These are great. You put, like, when you have a beaded cross stitch, you know, actually what I've been doing too is I'm all thumbs these days. I've been putting a little magnet on the back of them so that they stick onto your work. And then you have your beads and they're stuck to the stuff, and then the thing is stuck to that, and then before you know it, it's over. You're done beading because everything was right there and you were able to access it all. Love that. Yep, my little box of tricks. Oh, I even have some 7 count down here. And anything you see, I can totally dye it over again. This is pretty. Tiny. Really small. Smaller than a fat quarter. Oh, you know what this is? I think this was for Supernatural, the one that we did a long time ago. Okay, kids. That's enough of me. Well, actually, maybe I can talk less and still share, because there's one last thing. When I first heard of adult coloring, I was like, what? What is adult coloring? And I just laughed because I thought it was the funniest thing. I won my first coloring contest when I was 5, and I loved to color. So I started coloring. I started with these. They're fine tip and brush, but they're kind of expensive. And then I went over to these. All the stuff you see you can find on Amazon. And then I decided I needed gel pens. Sorry, you guys. Lots of gel pens. Like, here's the refills for gel pens, and more gel pens. And then today, last night, I got this in, and I love it. It's small, which makes me think that I'll actually be able to color it. But look at the intensity. Oh my gosh. It's like, here's a big one, but I used the fine side of my markers to get in there. And I thought that I was going to get those Tombos, but no, maybe a marker is a marker. Oh God, help me. Somebody needs to help me. Wait, there's more. Wait, there's more. I'm sorry, I just cracked myself up. There must be, okay, yeah, there's 160. These are oh hoo hoo. It sounds nutty like me. But yeah, Amazon keeps you busy, you know? Especially if you have to go to bed, which I do on a regular basis. Lately, I've been very much at peace. I sort of got over my people, and or lack thereof, and started to just enjoy reclaiming my house. I have thrown out so much stuff that wasn't used, wasn't touched, hadn't been looked at for 10 years or whatever. Why have it? We had an entire closet, the top of it, like 3 foot by this much, was full of puzzles, and nobody here does puzzles. I really don't. So I just got rid of it all. Got rid of a bunch of furniture that was clogging the works. We're just done. I'm over it. So, remember the bird quilt I said I was doing? Yeah, you know what? I'm going to share it next time. We're skipping that. Big picture of tropical punch. I love it. And I really was, gosh, you guys, I'm so sorry. I'm interrupting my interruption. I was going to get this out to you before October 1st because it's witchy stitchy. I have been with them, since the beginning. And I don't know, I wish, here it is. They did write on it. 2019. So this was the first gift they gave us. And who is they? I cannot believe how generous they are. There was like 300 of us that completed I Love to Stitch in 2019. And this was the prize, evidently. Love to Stitch challenge. Okay, so, oh shoot. The following ones, they must have spent thousands of dollars. Seriously, guys, just on the wood. They had high schoolers come in to make them all because they were so backlogged. And then, can you imagine shipping those all over the world? Because it was the 2 bars and 2 of the dowels, I think, and the knobs to make a frame. They've got a customer for life. So last year's Love to Stitch I have in the other room, and it's a white and pink and black needle minder made out of metal. And then evidently I did Witchy Stitchy in 2019 as well, because that's on there. And now this is Witchy Stitchy. Witchy Stitchy's in fall, and I Love to Stitch is in February, I believe. The fact that they run the challenge is great. The fact that they have gifts is amazing. I'm just astounded by this. And the fact that they can do it. They must be really big, because I couldn't do something like that. I could pull off a couple of gifts, but at the end of that, I'm like, okay, shipping's gonna kill me. Especially what's happening with shipping. Have you seen this? Unbelievable. So, yeah, I didn't make it in time to get this out for Witchy Stitchy. It's already started. We're 4 days in, and I'm not sure how many grace days there are, and I'm not sure how long this is going to take to load. So, yeah, I missed it. Put it on your calendar, stick it in your reminders. February. Start looking for it in end of January, middle of January. I Love to Stitch, embroidery.com. Enough. So, I told y'all that I love to cut and paste, right? So I've been buying scrapbooking paper. Shh, don't tell anybody. That closet. All those drawers over there, there's 1, 2, 3 times 4, and each one of the 1, 2, 3s has 3. So it's 3, 6, 9 times 4, 5, 6, 7. It's too much, okay? Even if I worked every day for like a year, 10 years, maybe longer. Anyway, this is new to me, Minte, and I just love, and I'm not a pastel person, but I just love this. I just thought all the detailing and everything was beautiful. And this reminds me of my daughter sitting in the bay window looking out at the sparrows and chickadees and the little hummingbirds that are looking for something. We're big on bees. Birds. We're big on birds. Anyway, this is the sticker board, chipboardy stuff. I think it was a chipboard. It's very thin. I love that they've gone thin with these things, because I love to use them as decorations. In Graphic 45 and Prima, they used to put out these fat chipboard things. So I was glad to see that things have shrunk up a bit. I'm having fun. I'm playing. I'm trying to work, get it all done, and then take a week off, because I find that I'm happy, at peace, and just kicking it. You know, I design colors and stuff as they come up. I'm still designing knitwear and running cowls, but I'm really enjoying my downtime. Every morning I come in here and I'll mess with my cut and paste or my Bible or whatever I'm going to do, and then I move on, and I find that this sort of centers me and makes me much more grateful for what I have. I'm definitely blessed, and I may be like really sick. My doctor, he told me out of all the people all the patients I have who have COVID long haul, you're the worst. You gotta be famous for something, right? Might as well be being the worst. I'm the best at being the worst. What are you gonna do? I need to paint this mural every once in a while. I think I'm gonna do it, and then I'll stand there and I'll look at it and I'll get out my paints and I'll get out the brushes. And I'll go, yeah, I'm scared of it. I'm so nuts that what do I paint on it? I've got the outlines for Pokemon, Wooloo, and Grookey. And how old am I? I have a birthday coming up. It's terrible. I'm too old for this. So, good to be back. Good to see you. I'm going to try not to make it too long in between. Have a great day. Bye.